Hey everybody, I'm Grant. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I recently discovered like 2 weeks ago that I am transgender. So this video I wanted to do just about like how I realized I was trans. What else do I want to talk about? How I knew I was trans. I guess I could talk about coming out. For some people it's like it's automatic, they just know, and for other people it takes a little bit longer. I think that part of me has always known that I was different, especially when it came to gender and gender identity. When I was little, I was a typical tomboy. I had really short hair and that really felt the best for me. My cousins and I would play pretend like kids do, and I was always like the brother or the dad or whatever male character that I could be. But I was also like being raised as a woman, and so I got a lot of messages from everywhere about what that meant. My whole family, it's just full of strong women, and so a lot of me then and still now has a lot of guilt, I think, from not actually being a strong woman because I am a man. I didn't really know what that meant, and I didn't have any context. Like I didn't know trans people. I didn't know that being transgender was a thing. I think because of that I really had a lot of shame around wanting to be a boy. I grew out my long hair because I wanted to fit in, and then it took me a really long time to cut my hair short again. And before I did cut my hair short, like a year and a half ago maybe, one of my biggest fears was that people would think that I was a boy. But I think that deep down, actually my biggest fear was that I would realize I was a boy. And it happened, it sure did. I just kept thinking about it. I really avoided it, really denied it and suppressed it. I read a lot of articles because I have to think about things very analytically and logically. So I can feel something, but I really need the data right there to back it up. And so one of the first articles I read said, if you're at all questioning your gender identity, you're probably not cisgender. And that was okay, I mean, maybe. I also made a cis trans list, which is a lot like a pro-con list, but instead is a list of reasons why I thought I might be cis and a list of reasons why I thought I might be trans. When it all boiled down, my cis list was just sort of that because I had been raised a woman, I felt comfortable there. And not comfortable it felt right, but comfortable it seems like a lot of work to change that, which it obviously is. One day I was hanging out with my roommate and I said to him that it would just be easier if I had been born a boy. And then the light bulb kind of flipped and I was like, oh, of course. It would be easier if I was born a boy because I am a boy, but I was just born into the wrong body, I guess. I mean, as soon as I had that light bulb moment, it was really hard for me to stop thinking about it. Just all day, every day. And it was exhausting. I couldn't really focus on anything else. I was in my head. My girlfriend was what's going on? And I didn't have the words for it yet. I haven't been able to say it out loud without crying yet, and I think that it's partly because I'm so relieved that I finally realized, but also because it's kind of a scary process. But yeah, then I just sort of started talking to other people about it, told a lot of family, friends. My girlfriend was really awesome. She, it's so cute. She said to me that she loves me for my soul, and that I think is really beautiful and is kind of what love should be. And it's actually been going really well. I came out as a lesbian when I was in 7th grade, and it was very different then. It was a different time. I also was very young, and so we don't give young people enough credit. We don't think that they know about themselves, but a lot of them do. And I knew something. I knew that I liked women, and I knew that in the body that I was in, that made me gay. And so I started coming out, but it took me a really long time to come out. It's very different now, coming out and being I just figured this out last week, but it feels right, and I can't keep it in any longer because it's just eating away at me, and I just have this need to be my true self. Because of that, I feel I'm sort of ready to just push through and start transitioning, but I'm also trying to give myself enough time just to make sure that it is for sure what I want. I mean, it took me 20 plus years to get to that decision, And so it feels like it's been a long time coming, but at the same time, like, I just realized a couple of weeks ago that this is true for me and that this is my identity. And so, yeah, I'm just feeling a little at odds with that. I'm not looking forward to this being in limbo where at home I'm Grant and at work I'm not. So I don't know, that's just my preliminary video here. Welcome to my channel. Subscribe if you want to keep getting updates. I'm really excited to start documenting my changes once I start going on testosterone. I have an appointment on Friday, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I'm just excited to meet the world as Grant.